What's good, y'all? It's your boy Key Somebody coming at y'all with another video, man. And look, we coming straight off the dome once again. Today we're gonna be talking about not proving shit to anybody. You don't have to prove anything to anyone, bro. Like just getting straight to it. I know a lot of us, we come from a culture where we stand on pride and we feel like we gotta tell motherfuckers how we feeling all the time about bullshit that really you should really just exit them over that way for. A lot of stuff doesn't really need an explanation. Yeah, it makes us feel better in a way, but shit, I'd rather just write that down in my journal. You know what I mean? If I gotta do too much explaining to somebody over and over again, feeling like I gotta explain something, I gotta prove something to get them on the same page with me up until a certain point, I just don't want to. I don't want to deal with that person. And by prove, I mean it could be good or bad, man. Like you could be trying to show somebody the kind of person you are by literally just explaining to them, your traits and where you coming from and why something made you react a certain way and addressing things that they do to you that arose issues or you know what I mean, whatever the case may be. You don't have to do that with everybody because honestly not everyone deserves that level of energy from you. That takes a lot of energy to want to share with somebody like your inner feelings. And a lot of people simply just don't care or respect it. And that's where I'm coming from. It's nothing wrong with being honest with somebody and feeling like, you gotta let them know where you're coming from. But some people just don't deserve that and they don't listen. And it's one thing to, try to be on the same page with somebody, but if somebody doesn't value your words, they don't respect you, they move in a certain way that's detrimental to your livelihood, they don't really care how they handle you or how they move around you at all, they don't deserve an explanation. And most times that being from you moving away from them or trying to extend some help, offering some advice, being a shoulder to lean on. Some people really don't appreciate that. They and I talked about this part in my last video. They'll try to siphon energy away from you. You know what I mean? For the time that it's convenient, and they might be all down for it right then. Like, yeah, man, I get that, and you right, and I appreciate you coming over here and hearing me out, and oh yeah, man, that makes a lot of sense. But whole time, that shit going in one ear, bro, and out the other one. And I understand, man, especially when it's situations where it's heightened emotions involved, and you feel like you have to stand on principle or just try to come to an understanding, bro. We are human beings. Most of us watching this, and maybe some of us are young adults, and just the youth in general. It could be some older people watching this too, and like we just want to be understood of where we coming from. So I understand that, bro. Like, and a lot of us don't mean no harm by it at all, but some people, bro, just aren't receptive to certain communication. And I realize, like, even when you're coming with a certain level of calmness or a certain level of understanding to somebody, people get triggered, man. People will get triggered with you trying to get your point across, or try to get them to understand where you're coming from in the first place because they don't value your word. You know what I mean? Anyone that's getting triggered and uncomfortable with whatever you're trying to address to them, or prove to them in the first place, that's not an ally. I'm sorry about my fire alarm. I understand. I know. I need to switch the batteries. You know what I mean? Fuck y'all. I'm playing. But anyway, yeah, bro. And it's not really any more complicated than that. I spent a lot of my life feeling like, if a situation arose, maybe a conflict where I'm in the right and the other person's in the wrong, or maybe even I'm in the wrong, and I'm like, you know what? Nah, I need to speak up on this because it's just not sitting right with me. A lot of times, bro, people have spat in my face over just trying to level with them, whether I'm coming with an apology, an explanation, or trying to offer some help. A lot of people that ask for help but not really want to receive it. They just want you to know. They just want you to hear them. Like people cry for help all the time, but it's for attention. They want your energy, your comfortable body to be around. Don't feel like you have to be around these people. And when shit arises all the time, you have to explain yourself and try to prove something to them. You don't have to do that, bro. Separate yourself from that. Separate yourself from that energy and the mindset of feeling like everything has to be stood on. You don't have to prove shit to nobody. You just have to move according to your standards of life. Make sure you're not harming nobody, and just focus on elevating. You need to focus on elevating you. And bro, I learn more and more about this every day because trust me, I would consider myself an empath, so I'm always trying to make sure somebody's good, make sure somebody's understanding where I'm coming from, making sure I'm not stepping on people's toes and I don't know, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not ever trying to disrespect nobody. And bro, it's a lot of people like that, and we coming from a good place. And I'm not saying that you can't be on that time sometimes, but a lot of people don't give a fuck. And it's sad. So I had to realize, man, you just got to be very observant. You got to be very selective with the people that you deal with in that manner, so you can protect your energy and you can protect your time, and just know, like, you're not less of a person for walking away and feeling like you don't have to, like, bend to this person's will or get them to just feel where you coming from all the time. Motherfuckers got to use their critical thinking skills. Motherfuckers got to be able to use their heart sometimes. Use their intuition. You know what I'm saying? Use all their sensory. Use every bit of sensory that they have to understand what's going on around them. You can't feel like you the person that they're relying on to do that shit all the time. That's crazy. That's nonsense. That's why I feel like that's making more and more noise as the video is going. But anyway, I'm not going to get sidetracked at all. I'm about to change that shit immediately because it's annoying me. But, bro, you see, and I'm over here feeling like, I'm like, man, motherfuckers probably listening to this. Prime example. Motherfuckers probably listening to this, getting annoyed. They going to say some shit. Or they going to be in the comments talking about, bro, change your batteries. Motherfuckers be on that all the time. Okay, dad. Fucking goofy. I'm playing. But, just making sure trying to make sure I'm not stepping on nobody's toes, making sure everybody's comfortable. I didn't have to explain that to y'all, honestly, and I already know that. I just went ahead and said that because I know you watching a video, you're paying attention to me talking, and I know that could be a distractor. But, the people that want to hear this are going to listen, and I'm going to handle that when I handle that. But that's really what I'm trying to get across, man. Don't put yourself in a position to where you're like draining yourself, or you put yourself in a position where you feel like you're coming from a good place, but you're dealing with people that aren't receptive to that, and they just gonna lower your vibration, man, and they gonna take you down. And really that energy can be put to something else, like really just understanding yourself more and understanding maybe why you feel like you got to do that. Maybe you're in an environment where people, are toxic and they're not receptive or understanding towards anything. Maybe the situation didn't really call for an explanation. Maybe you overthinking it. Sometimes you could overthink. Sometimes things need to be stood on. Sometimes things need to be proven, and sometimes people need help, and you try to reach out. But a lot of times now, bro, if someone's not asking me for something in particular, I let them just do their thing, because I've reached out to people that like nigga are in dire need of some kind of reassurance, some kind of help, some kind of assistance, and they spat in my face. And I'm not just talking about saying something. I'm talking about actually, like reaching out, really offering some help, really, offering some kind of assistance to their life to just be a good person. And people don't like that shit, man. And if you're someone that's watching this and you're not like in the workforce, or you're not around a lot of people of a certain age, typically 18 and up, and it shows a lot early on. Like, obviously people that aren't adults are able to show this as well, but people get really touchy and really weird about shit, especially when it comes to you addressing them or being confrontational. They might take it, or you offering help they didn't ask for. I don't get it, because I was taught in a way, if you love somebody or you care about somebody and you see they need something, you're not gonna wait for them to reach out to you to ask for it. You're gonna provide that help because you know already, like it's showing. Now, if you just going out of your way to do a bunch of bullshit and you invading people's privacy, that's one other thing. But I'm talking about when you see somebody down on their luck and you try to do the best thing that you can for them at that time, and they're like, bro, what the fuck? Like, move on. It's like, okay. That type shit like that sting a little bit, and you gotta step back and kind of evaluate that, because you're not really in the wrong, but to them you are, and now you feel like you feel strange, like you, and if you come in contact with those kind of interactions enough, it'll make you just stop doing that in general. Or not knowing when to do it. It might make you awkward around some people. And I just want people to be able to, skip that and understand where that's coming from a lot of people, bro. And a lot of people just aren't receptive to information. A lot of people are insecure. And a lot of people like to drain your energy and time. And with that being said, bro, I know we all got this. I know we all be put in situations, that test us and situations that we're able to grow from. And that's why I enjoy having these conversations, because a lot of the time I know I'm offering some help, but I'm really talking from experience and talking from things that I'm going through every day. And every day really is a learning experience, bro. And when we come together and we express how we feeling in this way, or really have time to politic and showcase information, bro, it helps people. And it helps me to be able to come right here and just talk to y'all about to me, just regular shit. So I appreciate the people that tune in and listen. I really, really have enjoyed being back in front of the camera, man, and just posting videos. I love YouTube, bro. I love making content. And I appreciate the people who supported it anyway. If you enjoyed this video, if you got some kind of quality from it, go ahead and drop a like if you want. Drop a comment, let me know how you feel, how you doing. I appreciate every one of you. And I'm going to leave you guys to do y'all thing and be blessed. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to catch y'all. I love y'all. Peace.